Welcome to Newsmax Nigeria, and today we have a great man, a man that has been in the talk of Ebonyi social media space, in the streets, and everywhere. And we tried all our best to make sure that we bring him to Newsmax Nigeria podcast. So we'll hear from him, and finally, will I say we're able to capture him? Because if I say capture, I see as if we are bandit, we went and capture him from Lagos. Yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
We saw pictures of you in Lagos, and I was surprised. But why I don't want to even mention, because all Ebonians and Nigerians already know you.
Yes.
So we have in our midst Engineer Felix Igboke.
Thank you.
Former Commissioner for Project Monitoring. So we are glad to have you here, sir.
Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you.
And I don't know what you are seeing at Newsmax Nigeria. Will you speak briefly about what you are seeing, your words of encouragement to us?
Yeah, Wisdom, I thank you so much. I really want to appreciate you for being a youth that some other youth should be able to see as a role model. Before I was able to see you, it's not up to how many months or is it up to a year I met you one-on-one. I only see sometimes when you write another, I say, Wisdom, another. I say, oh, who is this? I don't know. And at first, I felt that you are just catching cruise, you are just doing your normal posting on Facebook and all that. I didn't know that you have such a vision. That is the truth. And that is what makes a man. That is what makes a youth. Newsmax Nigeria that is here. To me, you might be seeing it as just starting in a little space, but I know that you started very well.
Thank you.
And it's surely going to be a brand that so many persons talk about in the near future. Because you are good at what you do. As a very young person, that is one thing I encourage so much about our youth. I encourage everybody to have an address. Have something doing. Have something doing. Have something doing. So I'm very, very much impressed. It's a very decent, fine place, and I can see you have all it takes to get it going. So congratulations.
Thank you once more. Thank you, and I will say kudos to the management too. Everyone that helped us to set this up, and you have been a great partner with Newsmax Nigeria.
Thank you.
Each time we call, you always respond. But you took Ebonyians by surprise when you resigned as a commissioner for project monitoring. If you know that said, maybe you resigned because there was no project to monitor. Is this true that you resigned because there was no project to monitor, or on your own decided to resign?
No, people can say what they don't know. They say that when you go to a grave where you are not when they bury the person, you can start from anywhere. I'm a very honest person. I focus on what I want to do. I don't talk just for talking's sake and all that. So any Ebonyian coming to say that I resigned because there was no project to monitor, that means indirectly they are also contradicting themselves from what I'm seeing on social media.
Yeah.
Because what I see on social media, what I see them writing is that there are a lot of uncompleted projects going on. And when you are a commissioner for project monitoring, you don't monitor completed projects.
Yeah.
You monitor ongoing projects. So I think that should answer that. So I didn't resign because there was no project to monitor. I resigned because I wanted to pursue my political life. That is it. The other former party I were in, which is APC, my interest was not protected the way it should. So I felt I have opportunity to protect that interest in another party. That was why I resigned and defected.
Okay. When you defected, I was supposed to be at that venue, but something happened because of movement and all that. How to get there. So I couldn't make it because our crew, we had another edition, so I couldn't come. But when I watched the video, you openly declared the Ifanyodi, that is Anyichuks, with Nkem mantra. You declared him as going to be the next governor of Ebonyi State. So some people are surprised. Some people are asking, how come that it's only declare you choose the next governor of Ebonyi State?
I'm just living as a commissioner. I'm making declaration for another person. Okay, one thing you should know is this politics.
Okay.
And in politics, it's all about a platform. You must have a platform to be able to run to contest for anything and all that. You must have a platform, which is a political platform. So I resigned from APC and joined the PDP. And the PDP I joined have a candidate. Right now, it's a candidate of the party running for governor. And as a party member of PDP, there's no way you won't campaign and work for your candidate.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to sell his market. That is what it is. As you are here now, Newsmax is not the only podcast in Abakaliki and Ebonyi and all that. But you put every energy to make your own to be the best. Yes. So that is just what it is in politics. So I said it that my candidate is going to take over Ebonyi State.
Government House.
Yes.
But how do you feel? How do you think that the governor that you once worked for will feel when he sees you saying those things?
Governor is a politician, and when you heard me say it, nobody will say, or you heard me saying that I abuse the governor.
Yeah, no, not going to.
I have respect for governor.
Yes.
He's my former boss. I respect him. But what we are saying is, same way that other party where the governor is the leader, which is APC, has also a candidate in my constituency where I'm running for reps. The governor come. He cannot say because this is my former commissioner for project monitoring that I will not talk about Ohanivo. I will not say that my candidate will win. No, he will not say it. It's a party business.
Yeah.
He will campaign for the candidate of the party in Ohanivo that is in APC. Then that's the same way it is. It's a position he understands. I'm in a party and I want my party to win.
So if there's anything that you know that you can do to remove him as the governor of Ebonyi State,
I don't know what you're talking about to remove and all that. I don't know. I'm just telling you that I'm in a party and I'm supporting my party.
Let's come to your own ambition.
Okay.
You know, you are running for. It's clear that you are contesting for House of Rep.
Yes.
For Ohanivo.
Yes.
Then you have a bigger opponent. There is Honorable Nkem Kama.
He's not a bigger opponent. He's just an opponent.
You think, he won under Labour Party, right?
Yes.
The Labour Party was not the real party in Ebonyi when he won.
But you know,
now he's not in the real party.
But you know
and now you are in the opposition. Do you think a man who can win an election under opposition party in Ebonyi, you think now that he's in the real party that you have what it takes to defeat him? And if you say you have what it takes, what difference are you going to make when you get there that maybe you say your mandate, look, this is what I'm going to do that is different from what Honorable Nkem Kama is doing right now.
Okay. Wisdom, I thank you so much. Even though I know there is not yet time for campaigns and all that.
Yeah.
There's not yet time for campaign. But if I heard you rightly, you said I have a bigger opponent. And I said I have an opponent.
Okay.
Or I have opponents. Because I don't think that the APC candidate is going to be the only one running for reps in Ohanivo, as I mean. There are other people that are going to contest. Now, coming to winning in that last election, 2023 election, coming from opposition to win and all that, a lot happened.
Okay.
In fact, every Nigerian knew about obedient
movement. Yeah.
How the wave. Before then, remember, the person you're talking about was in APC. He was in APC before I got the ticket.
Yeah.
He was in APC. So when I got the ticket, he left APC and went to Labour and ran under Labour. So I think it was 7 months ago or thereabout that he came back, 8 months ago that he came back to APC, if I remember. So, if he could win by the grace of God, because I believe that it's God that gives this power. We can only do our own as human being, put your effort and do your best and all that. Then if whatever God decides happens. So maybe God decided and it worked for him. He came from Labour and won. Now he's back to APC, and me, I'm in PDP. So we are going to the contest, and the people will decide. Will decide. The other time he came as when he was running that election. Of course, he had not held any political position then, and you know that anybody in power, anybody in government seems to be an enemy to the people, because they believe that you are supposed to have done more than you've done and all that. So that time it happened, I was leaving office as a council chairman, and I cannot say, even those viewers there cannot say that when Engineer Igboke was the local government chairman, that he did not perform. Nobody can say that. I remember I am still the first and the only local government chairman in Onitsha who has constructed concrete pavements, concrete roads, not in one location. The projects are there to see. Just as you as a young person, you opened up this place now. I am happy because while I was a chairman, I trained so many youths in different skills. I trained over 2,000 youths. It's not necessary that I equip that 2,000. Basic thing is acquiring that skill. Someone can learn something and you start from there.
Yeah.
I equipped those I can equip according to the finances disposed to me, at my disposal. But the basic thing is that I gave them that knowledge, because I believe that everybody mustn't go to school.
Yeah.
Most of the richest people we have in the country today are not graduates. So I gave them that basic skill acquisition across the communities. I made sure I established centers in various communities where it would be easier for you to come from your house and go and learn your skills. All over the local government. So it's there. And there are things that one should be expecting, especially when you are coming from the grassroots. I am a grassroots person. I started from serving other people to being a councillor in my ward. Not given. It was contested, keenly contested, when I contested for councillorship. I think it was the day I was handing over as a councillor that I took over as a coordinator. So I've always been in the grassroots. And for me to leave the village and come and live in Abakaliki was when I became coordinator. Throughout my councillorship, I stayed in the village. So I know most of these people, these heroes of democracy, these our fathers, most of them are getting old and all that. Who started this struggle? Who has done a lot to build the grassroots? Who will still fall back to? So, and they have a lot of belief and interest that tomorrow it could be our turn, we will be remembered. And that is why it's always good when this political growth is coming. Let the masses feel that it's coming from us. He is one of us. Someone that can see you and call you by your name and say, oh, I remember we've done something in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Politics these days should be who know you. The support base these days should be who know you, not just who you know. That is what it is. So, and I know, of course, when I get to the Green Chamber by the grace of God, the difference should be clear. Because we already know our grassroots, we know how it is, we know how to get to them and all that. So, it's going to be a total different thing. We have a culture, Ohanivo. So, Ohanivo, we know how to make the grassroots feel the impact of governance. It's not all about, let me not say much.
So you think that by God's grace that you have what it takes to defeat Honorable Nkem Kama?
Of course, by the grace of God, I'm going to defeat him.
You defeat him?
Or by the grace of God. The people will decide. The people will decide. That is what I'm telling you. The people will decide because they know we have everything it takes to empower youth and everybody. There's what you call empowerment. Empowerment is not all about this. There's one thing you should use and know a politician who loves his people and his followers. You cannot be in an office where you get you have access to funds and all that a year, 2, 3 years, and you are not making leaders.
Well,
I believe in making leaders.
But we have seen Honorable Nkem Kama empowering youth, doing a festival, cultural festival and all that once in a while. I think he does it once in a while. That's what he called a cultural festival. He does yearly.
Cultural festival?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. You mean the carnival?
Yes, the carnival. Yeah.
No, carnival is not our culture. Carnival is not our culture in Ohanivo. Ohanivo is we came from different places to come together as Ohanivo. We have one in Chahos and Ohanivo, and each of us have a different cultural heritage. So carnival is not our culture. It's something that he's trying to introduce to us. It's not part of us. That is why you can't see it vibing. It's not part of us. Every community in Ohanivo has their own cultural heritage. So if you want to appreciate them with their cultural heritage, you support them to grow their own cultural heritage, not a carnival. Where we used to go for carnival when we have time is when we go to Cross River, go to Calabar carnival and all that. No. It's not our thing. We are talking of grassroots oriented policies and impact.
Okay. And that's what you're going to do.
That is what you are going to do. Where everybody who has suffered, who has participated politically all this while, whether young or old, we feel that yes, we have a representative. That is the truth.
You feel right.
Where when you are coming out, I'm one person that if I'm at this stage, I'm already building leaders that will be ahead of me. Because I believe when they get there, before I come there, they make it easier for me. If I have any issue, it's easier for me. And that is what has kept us over these years. How many years? I think is it up to 5, 6 years I left office as a local government chairman. But by the grace of God, we have our people there. It doesn't matter. I wrote it to one of my posts someday. It doesn't matter if that person stands for you tomorrow or not.
Yeah.
But your ability to make sure that their success story cannot be complete without mentioning you. That is what it is. There are a lot of things that our people I expect to be seeing now that yes, I am not seeing.
Okay.
The day I withdrew my case from the tribunal for him, I told him one thing.
Okay, you are the one that.
Yes, I withdrew against no financial engagement.
Because some people are alleging that maybe you were settled. That's why you had to withdraw the
You can
case.
invite him to come and say he settled me now. You can invite him. It was
So
there was no financial engagement. Not one naira. I'm saying it before the camera here. Not one naira. He can't even say otherwise. He can't even say otherwise. In fact, I have the video of my withdrawal for me. So he can't even say otherwise. One of the things I said was that I'm doing this so that all those hype agenda mantra he has for Ohanivo, let him be free to give it to Ohanivo. Of course, I was running to make Ohanivo a better place. That is why the slogan my people used was the Igboke Dozie Ohanivo. Yeah. My intention was to make Ohanivo better than I met it. There's no office I go to that I don't make better than that. I don't live better than I met it. So that was my interest. So instead of that tribunal cases and all that, maybe it would be an excuse for one not to have given all you wanted to give to your people. I would do. I said, so that you have all the time. Go and execute every plan you have for the people. He's there and we are seeing.
I think he's not executing anything right now.
Of course, me going, I know when I was contesting, I know I have my manifesto and I know what I wanted to do for our people. And I still have it intact and I know that I'm going to do far better.
Than him. You are going to do far better than Nkem Kama.
That is what I'm telling you. I will do far better than whoever that is there now. Kama or whoever. I'm going to do better. And that is the truth. Because it took me years to prepare. You know what it is for somebody to start from nursery school, primary school, secondary school and all that. I started from the grassroots. I've served many great leaders. I've served under many great leaders. I worked as I was a counselor under Chief Martin Wanchelechi. I was a coordinator under Chief Martin Wanchelechi. I was a coordinator under His Excellency Engineer David Nwezomai. Yeah. I was a council chairman under Engineer David Nwezomai. And I was just a former commissioner under Right Honorable Francis Smith, the present governor. So, among other positions and other impact and seminars and all that, I'm well equipped. I am prepared. And the legislative business is something that you go all out for your people. You don't sit and wait for constituency project or constituency fund and all that. That place is like you're as free as move. Use your contact. Use your contact.
Well, some Ebonians are saying that, PDP only has a stronghold in Ebonyi South, where you come from. Apart from Ebonyi South, that PDP has no stronghold in Ebonyi Central, in Ebonyi North, and all that. And
I don't know what they call stronghold, because when you talk about PDP now, there's no ward in Ebonyi State that doesn't have a ward executive from PDP. There's no ward in Ebonyi State. The 171 wards, PDP has their ward executives. Okay. Every local government, they have their local government executives. They have their state ESCO that is cut across all part of the state. So anybody saying that is Ebonyi South or is here and all that is just, it's politics. But I want to tell you that PDP is as strong as any other party you can think of. In fact, PDP is number one opposition in Ebonyi State.
Okay.
That is the truth.
I know this question might be hard for you, but I've seen you supporting Anyichuks very strongly. What do you think, like, what is the difference it's going to make when he becomes the governor of Ebonyi State that makes you to be supporting him, because he's a great supporter? You were in Lagos, I think, last week.
Yeah.
So why are you supporting strongly to take over Ebonyi State Government House on 2027?
You asked this question before, and I
yeah, but I want you to hit. There is something maybe, because I know. I think May 31st, 2026 this year, you made a post that 4+4 and Winfrey will be going back, and I was quite surprised. I said, okay, they have switched immediately. So maybe you try to convince them that this is what is making me to support Anyichuks right now. That I've seen, maybe there's something you're seeing in a young man. That some of his opposition, maybe Winfrey and the rest, the others are protesting, are not seeing in him.
Yes, as I told you before, I'm a member of PDP. And my party has a candidate who is running for governor. And our candidate has his manifesto. And his manifesto can never be the same manifesto the present governor is using. That is what it is. Anybody that is running an election anywhere is running an election whether against the incumbent or not against the incumbent to do better. So I am supporting him because I believe he will do better. When Francis Winfrey came on board and all that, his desire was to do better than former governor.
Yes, Omahi.
When Omahi came, his desire and manifesto was to do better than Martin Elechi. When Elechi came, his desire was to do better than Samuel.
Yeah.
So Anyichuks' desire is to do better than the present governor. And that is what I'm supporting.
Let's go back to Honorable Nkem Kama, because I watched him when he endorsed Winfrey.
Yeah.
So he was saying that
is it the endorsement in Onitsha local?
Yes, that there was a mistake made. That mistake, this question was maybe whenever he's here.
Yeah.
I was asking that question why he made that statement, but there's still he may said that was it Ohanivo will not to repeat that mistake that they made in 2027.
Yes, that speech was God in action. It was God.
Okay, God in action.
God spoke through him.
Why did he say so?
Yes, God spoke through him to awaken the subconsciousness of the people of Onitsha local government.
Okay.
Maybe most of them don't know the gravity of mistake they made. Because when he got the vote that he used and won me from Onitsha local government during that election. So he saw that and he saw it as a mistake that people wouldn't have made that mistake, leaving their own to supporting another. And I have been reading a lot on social media, seeing people waking up to it and say, oh, so we actually made a mistake. We will not make that mistake again. So it was God that spoke through him. He just let them to know that irrespective of the fact that I'm a candidate of APC running for this rep again, but don't make that same mistake again. So Onitsha people heard it, and I pray they hear it very well. Because if they do the same mistake again, who knows what next he will tell them when he comes to them. Maybe that means they might be seen as fools or something. When they warn you, you know, they say before warning, so before. It's just a warning. It's just alerting them. Don't do that same mistake again. So on the people, you heard it. You don't do that again.
Onitsha should obey you.
Yeah, they should obey him and not make that mistake again. Of course, Onitsha people know that I can't just be a sleeping rep member or whatever. I'm always focused. My eyes are always on the ball. When, by the grace of God, I win and get to the green chamber, they will see the impact. They will see what it is. Because
of time, because they are giving me signal from the back room guys. Are giving me signal because of time and all that. But before we conclude, and I want to talk about, I hope when next we invite you to Newsmax Nigeria podcast that you are going to be here, because
of course
we want you to be our great partner. Newsmax Nigeria stands for both the APC, businessmen, PDP, NDC, everybody. So I hope when next we are going to invite you to come and speak on critical issues, that you always avail us your time.
Of course, anytime you invite me, as long as the time is within my schedules permits me, I will definitely be here.
We know you have a great supporters, huge followers. So what message do you have for them using this platform?
Honestly, I want to appreciate all those that still believe in me, regardless of whatever. I've heard a lot of things, a lot of negative things coming from my opponents and all that about me, yet they are not deterred. They are still supporting me and believing in what we do. I want to assure you people that this support is not going to be the one you regret at all. I have a way of doing my things and all that. There's no way that within a year or two that I'm in National Assembly that you won't see the evidences, both in terms of infrastructure and in people. That is one thing I believe. I know one of the things I did as a chairman. I know how many car owners I made. I made a lot of people car owners, and at least I don't want to go into that until when campaign starts. So I want to encourage our people, don't be deterred. Support me, support PDP, support Anyichuks. That is the truth. That is the truth. There's nobody that will just wake up and come and say, I want to run for governor and all that without having something to offer. That is the truth. So PDP is my party, and I'm supporting my party. And I want to thank all of you. And I assure you that will make you people, Ohanivo people, proud. And you should know. That I'm a better candidate than any other. Whoever that is coming, I'm a better candidate. And I'm quite sure that I'm going to make better rep member. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. I always call you commissioner.
Thank you.
He said I should stop, but I said once a commissioner is always a commissioner.
Thank you.
So it has been a great outing with the former commissioner of project monitoring, Engineer Felix Igboke.
Yes.
Here at the Newsmax Nigeria. And if you feel that maybe whatever we said here, maybe you feel annoyed or you want to react and all that, the platform is yours. Newsmax Nigeria is not only for PDP, it's not only for APC, it's not only for NDC, it's for everyone. So if you feel maybe whatever we said here or what you said here, maybe it affected you, we'll still give the right of reply. You can come here and say your own side of the story. Once again, my commissioner, thanks for having you.
Thank you so much.